Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day because I am getting to sit here and show you all what my favourite products this year have been. I think that most of these products are out this year, but basically what I've done is I have picked my favourite products of the year. So it's things that I have loved this year so much, I'm willing to put them in a video for you guys basically. So this is all stuff that I take with me everywhere, I use constantly, I have repurchased, I have ran out of countless times. It's all just really great stuff that I am absolutely obsessed with, and I really think that you guys will be too. So I'm going to show you this entire makeup look, and yeah, if you'd like to see me do it, then please stay tuned. Hello. So today we're going to use all my favourite shit. I've already sprayed my face with the U-Tannin Tone Coconut Tanning Water. This stuff is just so great. For me, it makes my skin brighter and it gives you a little bit of a tan, but it's really natural, and I never have to worry about my eyebrows or my hairline. I just look a little bit more alive. For primer, I absolutely love this primer. I've already ran out of one. This is my second tube. This is the NARS Radiance Primer. It's an SPF 35 as well, but I just think it gives me the most gorgeous glow. So you only need a tiny little bit, and I just rub that in right over my face. And I've already done all my skincare, which I am so excited about because my skin hasn't been this clear and even for so long. So I'm going to continue to use the products that I'm using just to make sure it's great, but I'm pretty convinced. I think you guys are going to love it. Once that primer's all rubbed in, the next part, foundation, that was really difficult for me. So I've picked the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. This is a really great go-to foundation for me. It is super glowy, but it works really well with powder, so you can mattify it down. I've got quite a lot of favourite foundations. I absolutely love the YSL All Hours foundation, stick and liquid formula. I absolutely love the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I love the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, and I've chose this one because there's a particular makeup look that I did recently that lasted so well. I wore it to an event. It photographed really beautifully. It lasted amazing right until I got home. It was one of those makeup looks I really just didn't want to take off, so that's why I picked this one today. And also the colour light beige for me is really perfect, so that's why. Blending that in with my Smith 115 foundation brush, which is my favourite foundation brush. I've used this for well over a year. Blending that in all over this foundation. Like I said, it's just really glowy, but at the same time it's long wearing when you powder and stuff properly, and it covers everything that I want to cover. I would say it's like a medium to full foundation. You can really build it up if you want, or you can use a really nice light layer all over, and it's really good for like day to day. This is another one that's quite hard for me because there's a lot of concealers that I love, but I've picked the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. So this is a little bit deeper than Custard, which is the kind of normal one that I used to use a lot, but I actually like when my under eyes aren't super bright. I think it looks a bit more natural. It just kind of adds coverage more than brightness. Like, I don't really want the bright under eye for this look. I just think it looks really pretty when it's kind of normal colour for me. Because it's more close to my skin tone, you can use it just right in the centre. And I'm just going to blend that out with the foundation brush again. And the reason that this concealer is one of my favourites is I think it adds such a nice layer of coverage. It never looks dry. I'm not a fan of dry looking concealers. It works really well with all different types of foundation, and it just looks airbrushed. And I'm leaving my eyes for the moment because we're going to do them after. You can see the coverage is just still really skin-like. It's almost just like you use your concealer to perfect. Not that I'm perfect, but it's great. It's really good. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is a number 2 medium. It's really about to die on me. It's starting to crumble a little bit. That's the only negative about this powder. It does last ages, but when it starts to kind of get finished, it starts crumbling a little bit, so you just need to be really careful. But I just like to use this under my eyes, and I'm just using Morphe M405 brush, and I just like to use it under my eyes to set the concealer, and then on my forehead. You can see that just takes away shine. This is just such a beautiful powder. I know it's an investment, but I don't even know how many of these I've gone through. I just love it. And I like to just use it on the smile lines and upper lip. Pretty much like the centre of my face. You can see that's much more mattified. It just works. It's just flipping excellent, okay. To start off my bronzing / contouring, I'm going to go in with my Nudies Bondi Bay stick flipping love this. I've been using this pretty consistently now for ages. And I just like to carve, it's almost like a 3 shape. So I like to go underneath my cheekbones. So I like to keep it nice and high. So it's almost just above where the cheekbone is. A little touch on the forehead. And then just kind of under the jaw, that just snatches everything. And then I like to blend that in with my foundation brush as well. So that kind of mixes the product with the foundation, which just makes it all blend really nicely. And then when you're blending the cheeks, I'm just keeping it nice and high. You can see that just blends. Oh, it's so good. And I actually really like this product for when I'm not really wearing makeup. This product on fresh skin just contours the face in a really nice natural way. It blends into natural skin really beautifully as well, but it also works just so good on top of your foundation. And that's a really nice start to our bronzing. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. This is also much loved, obviously. And I'm going to use my Smith 118. And I just really love the colour. I love the way it goes on. Just going over all the spots that we used. The Nude Sticks contour stick. Nice, it's looking a lot more like skin. We're not just one big colour. Then I'm going to go in with my NARS Ita brush, I don't know. And I'm just going to go on the sides of my nose. And then underneath as well. And this just bronzes the nose in a really nice way. It does contour the nose slightly, but it's not a full-on nose contour. And then I'm just going to take my powder brush and pat that in, and it just softens everything out. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's just a small one that I got in a little set. And this is the little puff that comes with it. And what I'm doing, this is quite messy, but it's fine. I like to go in with the puff, into the powder, and then just start chiseling out the bronzer, just like that, nice and high. Oh, snatched. And then I'm just going to let that sit and cook. And that's actually the only place I do it. I like to keep my under eyes just with the Charlotte Tilbury powder because it's a lot more finely milled, so it's a lot more smoother. For blusher, this is the Laura Mercier Peach Blush. This is a really beautiful shade. And the way that I like to do blusher is with a huge brush. I don't want it to be like too concentrated. And I just pat a couple of times, give a little smile. And there we go, that's it. See that? That's it. Little touch on the cheeks, and that's all you need. It's stunning. So that means that this will literally last you years. Probably not hygienic, but frugal. For my highlighter, I had to pick Becca Opal. This is a new one. This is nice and fresh. This has been through the best of times and the worst of times with me, and I just love it. There's loads of highlighters on the market that I do really love. Always been tempted to do like a 5 favourite highlighter type thing to show you guys, but this one for me is just like a classic. So I'm going to use this with my little Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion brush. I have used this brush as well for flipping ages, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And I actually like to bring my highlighter right on to the cheek, so it looks really glowy, wee bit above the eyebrow. And there's one product I've been using lately that you guys will see soon that I think has just totally softened the surface of my skin. It just looks so smooth, which means that when I put highlighter and stuff on, it just looks like butter. Swapping over to a little brush, and I'm just going to apply that on the tip of my nose, wee Tin Man, and then the bridge. Once we're at this stage, I'm going to get my powder brush, the Morphe M405, and we're just going to dust away this powder. You can see that what's left is just a nice clean line, but then I like to get my bronzer and just runneth over. That just brings back the colour a little bit so it's not as pale. And then I'm going to get my all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to really go at it. Where's my fan? Whew. And then I'm just going to dry that off. This is the bougiest shit I've done in ages. And I still look a little bit damp, but that's fine because it's just going to dry off. And that is my skin. I absolutely love it. See, in real life, it looks so nice and healthy and glowy. But because of the powder and because of the setting spray, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do our eyeballs now. So for our eyes, I am going to use my concealer as a primer just because I'm so used to doing this step. And I actually think it just works great. So I'm going to get my little beauty blender and just blend that right over the lid, covering up any darkness in the lid, bringing that right up to the brow. Now for eyeshadow palette, I actually picked the most basic palette ever, because this is one that I've been using for so long and it looks pretty unaffected by my usage. So this is the LC Cosmetics Minimalist palette. You can see it's just the most easy to use neutrals ever, and it's just a palette that's a really nice size and I've always got it on hand. Fun looks are great and I do love playing with makeup and stuff, but see, for the day to day, see if I've got events to do or work to do or meetings to go to, this is the palette that I would pick up to do my makeup with because it's just so easy to use. So I'm going to go in with the obvious transition colour first. Another thing that I love about this palette is the shades that you're probably going to use the most of are bigger, and then the deeper shades, which you only use kind of sometimes or just in the corner of your eye and stuff like that, they're a bit smaller. So it's just really, I don't know, I just flipping love it. It's so good. 35 quid is not the cheapest, but I have been using this to death and they just look like brand new still. I promise you, I use it all the time. And we're just going to start applying that in the crease. The pigments are great, they blend super easily. I feel like I can get a really nice look really quickly. Especially, see, obviously doing our job, we wear loads of makeup all the time, but the average day has not as much time and not as many like products to play with, so this is just such a good staple. I do love so many eyeshadow palettes, but I do just think that this is one that every single person would use. So I'm just blending that in the crease with my Smith 232 brush, applying into the crease and then lifting my brush out to get that nice blown out eyeshadow. I just like building this up for a little while. And it blends so easily into the skin. And I like to just take a little bit of the shadow and start winging it out here. That is literally the story of my life. I'm just winging it all the time. Now I'm going to go in with this really warm colour right here. And I'm just going to apply that underneath my eye with a smaller brush. And I love this step because it just smooths out the under eye even more. And it really brings the look together. With the same small brush in the same colour, I'm going to then apply that in the outer corner and into the crease ever so slightly. I'm just bringing that onto the lid a little bit and then into the crease and then back in with a fluffy brush in the transition shade just to smooth all that out. Another thing I like about this palette, sorry it's dirty, but the big mirror that you get in here is really good. You can see your whole face. What I'm going to do is grab the lightest shade in the palette and I'm going to just set my lid. And it's nice and light, but it's not white. It's not too bright for the kind of eye look we're doing. Now I'm going to go into liner. I'm going to use my NYX Epic Ink Liner. I talk about this all the time. It's just such a great liner for a really good price. It just works great. It lasts all day. It doesn't smudge. Once it's dry, it's there. It's not going to move. It's super black. The brush felt tip pen is excellent. It's just a really, really good liner. If you've not tried it yet, I highly recommend. So I'm going to just do a nice wing. Once we're at this stage, it's totally up to you whether you want to dip into the darker colours. I actually might. I'm going to go in with the really nice chocolatey brown. I've actually used this shade to fill in my hairline before. It works great. Fun tip. And I'm just going to take that darker brown and just almost go over the liner and into the smoky eye a little bit. And then I might just go underneath the eye with a little touch of that colour as well. Just in the outer corners. And then once you've done that, just go over the liner where we've went over it with eyeshadow and just darken it back up again. For mascara, that's another thing that I really love quite a lot of brands, but the Climax mascara by NARS right now is my go-to. I just think it's great. It doesn't transfer underneath my eyes. It stays really nice and black, doesn't crumble. Just a really good staple mascara to have. And it's one of those ones I actually prefer it when it gets a bit older because I think the product gets really nice and sticky. But I do like quite a chunky lash. And once that's on, I'm going to do my bottom lashes. I'm going to do my bottom lashes. So I like quite chunky bottom mascara though, just bear that in mind. If you're not a fan, then you do you. For lashes, I'm going to use my Lily lashes in the style Mykonos. I absolutely love these. I know that they're pricey at £30, but you can use these guys so many times if you're careful and you don't lose them. They just look so gorgeous, and I always trim from the outside in. I usually trim off about 3 little clusters, if that makes sense. If you're an avid lash wearer, then that will make sense to you. And the glue I'm going to use is my absolute favourite as well. I actually did a new one. This is the Duo Glue. It's the brush on latex free glue, and it just lasts so well. I'm just going to glue these up and set them down on my table. The curve of the lash makes the band sit above the table, so you can just, you know, put them down and have a little chill time. While we're here, I'm just going to let you know what I use to fill in my little freckle and have done for ages. This is the Spiked Shape and Shade Brow Tint little pen. I actually literally just use this for my freckle, and it's actually really great to do the wee freckle all over the face if you fancied that. And I'm just going to pop these little lashes on. Nice, and just let that glue dry. And now I'm going to go in with my Benefit Ka-Brow in the shade number 4. What I like to do is grab my product. This product is so easy to work with because it's not slidey. And I'm just going to go for the arch first. So like a nice high arch. Such a nice ashy brown. And then I'm going to go right through the tail of the brow, just where the natural hair is. I just extend it ever so slightly. And I like a wee bully at the end of the brush. Can see that I need to add a little bit more through the tail. I like to do the whole tail of the brow first because I want that to be the darkest part. And then I'm going to start using my brush with some product on it and starting in the middle of the brow and then working my way down to the front. Kind of using my brush on its side, feather that product right through. And then I'll leave the top of my brow right here completely free of product. There you go, and you can see the difference. This brow looks so much higher, more defined at the front, but you still got that lovely natural floof at the very, very front of the brow. To finish the brow off, I'm going to use Gimme Brow in the shade number 5, also from Benefit. And we're just going to start at the tail of the brow, working our way through. This coats the hair in a nice tint, and it's also got tiny little fibres that just make the brows appear a bit thicker as well. And these brows, once they're done, are not going anywhere. Ta-da! Much better. I'm going to shoot off camera and just do the exact same to the other brow. Ta-da! Much better. Last thing I'm going to do while I've got you up close and personal, we're going to highlight our inner corner with Becca Opal. Just taking my wee eyeshadow brush and I just fire it on there, slap it on, and it just brightens everything right up. Perfect. Okay, let's zoom you out and we'll do our lips. For our lips, I am going to use my favourite liner this year. I swear to God, look. This is my second one, and look how baby small it is. So I'm going to use this, and I'm actually going to use something that you might not expect colour-wise. So we're going to line our lips first. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil, so they kind of say you can use this pencil wherever you want. And this is the shade Anywhere Caffeine, and it, honestly, what a bloody great lip liner. It's amazing. Now, because the colour I'm going to use isn't quite a nude, I'm going to drag the lip liner onto the lip. And then if I was to pick my actually favourite lipstick this year, it's obviously going to be my MAC lipstick. I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's pretty much gone. It's sold out. So thank you guys so much, because that has been the most surreal thing ever. So many of you guys bumping into you and you're wearing my lipstick and getting tagged in all the posts of you guys getting your lipsticks. It's just been the best thing ever. But the lipstick that I've picked, and it's not just this shade that I love, but this is the shade I'm going to use, is the YSL The Slim Lipsticks. I think that these are just such a beautiful texture, and it's one of the only lipstick textures that I would wear a light lipstick and a dark lipstick. The only thing that I wish is that they brought out a true nude, because they've not. But this colour right here is number 24, and it's pink. It's pink, but it's just so pretty. So I'm going to show you guys. And we're just going to pat this in. Do you not just think that's so nice? I just think that that is such a gorgeous, Bratz doll colour. And if you don't think that that's a good thing, then you are watching the wrong person on YouTube. This product is probably not one of my proper favourites of the year, because I literally got it yesterday. But this is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. And I tried it on yesterday with no makeup on, and it is the most stunning lip gloss colour. And that's what inspired me to kind of choose a pink lip today. So I'm going to put a little touch of that just right in the centre of my lips. And the reason that I picked this lipstick is the shade number 21. Actually, do I have it right here? I bloody well do. I take this with me everywhere. This is my favourite red lip this year. So the colour I've got on is number 24, and this is 21, which I'll show you right here. Look at that. It is the most opaque, stunning red ever. It wears beautifully. Obviously, lipstick does come off if you're kissing someone. But let's be honest, who actually kisses someone with a full face of makeup on? Not I. Sorry, Jack. I just absolutely loved it, and this lipstick is the first pink that I've ever went back and used often. Obviously, it's more like a nude, especially with my lip liner, but I just think that they're amazing and they deserve a shout out. Okay, I've got special hoops to mark the end of the year. These are from Aldo. They are bloody great. Wait till you see these beauties. And also, just to say, I am doing a video all about my piercings and my jewellery very soon. All the glam. Okay, head out. So you guys, that is the finished look. I hope you really liked it. It was really fun going through all these products. I literally have, look, I'll show you right now. This little travel case, it's the best. It's so good for traveling. There's still some stuff left in here, but this here is what I've been traveling with all year round. It's empty because all of these products are usually in here for me to use when I'm on the go. So I'll actually link this down below as well because this is amazing. I got it off of Katie's video, I believe. Really good travel case. But yeah, this is my favourite product, and this look is something that I would do all the time for, like I said, events, meetings, day-to-day life, going out on the town, anything. I just absolutely love this makeup. I think it's super wearable. All the products that I've used, I absolutely love with my entire whole heart. Very excited to see what products next year brings. Hopefully some good stuff. Interesting. Interesting. I hope next year there'll be good products on the market. Interesting. So yeah, that was just really fun. Thank you guys again for another year of living the life with you. You're the best. Couldn't do this without you guys. Your love and support makes my day every single day, and you guys are just so bloody worth it. You're worth it all. So yeah, I really hope you like this makeup tutorial. As always, everything will be linked down below. Please let me know if you liked it by commenting or liking or subscribing. Whatever you can muster would be great. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye! For a wee bit added coverage, just right in the, why can't I put this in? For pressed powder, I'm gonna, oh my god, my wee baby's dying. Nope, no emails on a Sunday. Oh my days, it's fantastic. So this is the L'Oreal can't do that thing. I've had too much black coffee today to be doing these lines. Oh my god, I'm so stiff. Ow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.